This is a QSL card. This is a QSL card. This is a QSL card. This card has been sent from the United States. This is my QSL card, and I'm going to show you how I created this and how much it costs to send them out, and why we should be sending them out. Please subscribe. When it comes to making the QSL card, I like to use Canva. Now, the reason I do use Canva is because they have a very nifty feature where you're able to get them to print it out for a very cheap amount of money. And the benefit of doing that is if you go to a place that makes QSL cards for the purpose of making QSL cards, they charge an extravagant amount of money. Like they charge like $50 for like 50 of them. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's just a postcard. So I'll give you a bit of an example. Here in Australia, I've now found this website where you can get, for the cheapest amount, $75 to get, I believe, 50 QSL cards printed in Canada, shipped to Australia, and then for $75 you can have 50 cards. Anyway, just keep that in mind regarding the pricing. Sorry, just gotta jump in there. So yeah, I've just put the numbers here. So for 250, random German website will charge you $96. The Australian supplier is $129, and Canva is $72 for the same amount of QSL cards. So there you go. Canva is the cheapest by a bit. This German website doesn't even ship to Australia. Anyway, there you go. There's numbers. Now, my method of making the QSL cards is to obviously go to Canva, look up in templates postcards, create a new design, and then this is the part where you get creative. You can put your own pictures in here, and then just put all the elements you need for a QSL card. I'll quickly throw something together for you. Alright, before we bully me on my skills at graphic design, you can do this yourself. You don't need to use my design. So what I've done here is I've been as creative as I can get, but I use 4 different photos that look nice. Generally, you'd use photos of you'd take around where you live just to show them, show whoever you're sending it to what life is like and where you're from. But I've just used random photos. We've got Brisbane Airport. No, we've got an osprey up here. We have a dog and mansion from my area. So yeah, you can get creative with how you design it. I'm obviously at the lower end of skill when it comes to this. You can make them look exactly like this with Canva. I'm not an expert. But anyway, we're not here for good designs. We're here for practicality and saving money. So what happens when you want to print it out? You see this big button up here that says print with Canva? What you can do is go ahead and there you go. You can see a little design as a little bit of a mock-up. Looks awesome. You can also design the back of it, which is a benefit. I'm not going to do that. But what you can do is go through here. How many do you want? There you go, already saving money. 100 postcards for 40 bucks. For 50, it's 75 on the more expensive one. So there you go. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets for each. What I did is I got only 50 of them for 25 bucks. And what you can do is you can either include envelopes with it, which is also really still cheaper than this garbage. But yeah, look, there you go. Saving money. It looks awesome. This is what I did for this QSL card. There you go. You can still write on it. It's perfectly fine. And you can send it to people and no one complains. It's saving money. All right. So that's how you order and design a QSL card. Once it arrives, you go to the next step of sending it out to people. So Murphy's Law exists and my microphone is now out of battery. Hopefully it doesn't sound too garbage, but I have two victims lined up who are going to receive my QSL card. One is going to be a domestic and one is going to be an international contact. The more interesting one is the international contact, where I'm going to send one of these QSL cards to Switzerland In this QSL card, we'll include a $10 note to hopefully encourage them to send one back. It does have a rip in it, but it hasn't fully ripped. You can see that. It's still worth $10. This was given to me, and I'm very upset about it. But anyway, this will be sent to Sweden. And I will let you know how much it costs. And then the other one I've got here will go domestically somewhere. I haven't fully decided where this is going to go. So let's do that. This is where I'll be sending the first QSL card. This bloke looks like a perfect candidate for our QSL card. Alright, here are the cards. We're going to be sending this one up to Queensland and this one to Sweden. Alright, let's get them in their envelopes. They're in the envelopes. I'm now working with way too much personal information here, so let's just wrap this up and get some labels on it. To the post office. To the bloke who received that letter, I hope you're watching this and received the letter in one piece. The address on the letter does go back to my address. Either address is on there, the one in Queensland and the one in Victoria. So you can send it to either of them. The more convenient address would be the one in Victoria. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that QSL card. Let's go over the pricing. At the time of recording, it is the 3rd of April, 2026. So the prices may go up as it hits the new financial year and just as prices go. For domestic letters, we are currently sitting at $1.70 to send a letter anywhere in Australia. Whether you're in Tasmania, Northern Territory, Christmas Island, Norfolk Island, or any island in Australia, $1.70. That's a good price. The more interesting QSL cards obviously have to go internationally. So for those, I do recommend buying a prepaid envelope. Once you buy these are good forever. So until you use it, obviously, but you buy this for $4.50. At the time I bought this, $4.50. And yeah, it's good for forever. If the prices go up, you've still paid $4.50 for this. And some countries, if you pay with stamps, the prices go to extravagant amounts, up to $6. And some prices are lower than that. So this is obviously the middle ground. It's like the average amount. So you can pay $4.50 and you can send it to countries that are $6. If you want to be a cheapskate and you want to save money, you can pay with stamps. But just to make your life simple, go for one of these for $4.50. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it ends up in Sweden, not Switzerland, Sweden. If it ends up in Switzerland, we have some problems. You may be asking yourself, QSL cards are a thing of the past. Yes, they were a thing of the past. EQSL cards exist, but they're just not the same thing. Are you looking at the same website as me? This website looks like it was made in 2000s and it hasn't been updated in 100 years. Respectfully, I would rather physical QSL cards over this. Like, what is this 2000s design of a website? Look at all these QSL cards, which, yay! They don't feel the same, and it's much cooler to show people a piece of paper than pull up EQSL and go like, hey, look guys, here's my people I've talked to. Like, it's obviously much more cooler to have physical QSL cards to show people that you've contacted these countries. Like, yeah, I don't know. Bring back QSL cards. Everyone send me a QSL card. I will love you forever. Anyway, bring back QSL cards. Well, with all of that said, the cards are in the mail on their way to Sweden. So if I hear anything back, I will make a follow-up video. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. See ya.